Hi, I'm Belle, welcome back to my channel and a very, very belated weekly weigh-in update. You haven't seen me for a long time, as in my face. The last time I weighed in was, I think, the 29th of October, something like that. Or yeah, I think it was the 29th of October. And I had weighed in that day, gone to group and had lost £1 and had got my 2.5 stone award. So I was really, really chuffed with that. And then the next morning I flew to Australia and I spent nearly 3 weeks in Australia having an amazing time and definitely not being good on the Slimming World front at all. One thing that really strikes me when I'm like off plan is how off plan I go. Like, I'm not somebody who says, oh, you know, I'll just have a glass of wine and other than that I'll stay on track. I go crazy and do kind of eat whatever I want on the food front, and I actually overeat. I don't even kind of have a couple of little extras. I eat way more than I need. And I don't know, I mean, it's difficult because in some ways I kind of think by having those periods when I go on holiday and eating kind of too much, really, I don't know whether it kind of gets it out my system and means that when I come back I'm kind of more motivated to stay on track. I don't know, but anyway, suffice to say, when I was in Australia, I definitely ate way too much food. I had a great time. I feel really, well, it's Thanksgiving week, isn't it? And I feel really thankful and grateful that I have the opportunity to go on lovely holidays like that. So you know, I made the most of being away and I had a lovely time, and it was amazing catching up with friends and family. And I went to Sydney and I went up to Queensland and then I went to Perth, and I just had a really good time. But I knew, obviously, that I would be facing it again when I came back. Now, I arrived back into the UK last Saturday, so a week ago, and I weighed myself then, and the scales were showing like a £13 gain. But I posted the pictures on my Instagram account. And then on Saturday morning, I immediately got straight back on plan. So I recorded a what I eat in a day video last Saturday morning and got straight back on it. I had an Asda delivery a few hours after I landed, and I'd ordered it from Australia. And so I came back and kind of immediately had lots of kind of fruit and veg and yogurts and bits and pieces so that I could kind of get back on plan. And I think for me, certainly over this last week, so I weighed in on Tuesday night, and I will tell you what the scales said officially at group in a sec, but I think for me this week, where I've been really jet lagged and I haven't been sleeping and things like that, having had that kind of Asda delivery last weekend, and also making sure that on that Asda delivery there was lots of like ready chopped frozen veg. Like I got ready chopped and frozen butternut squash and peppers and mushrooms, bits like that. So it meant that I could kind of prepare a Slimming World friendly meal super easily without like loads of prep. Because I think for me, sometimes you have times, and for me this week where I've only been kind of getting about 3 hours sleep a night when I've been jet lagged, I think having like, if it's too hard, you kind of will find a reason not to do it. Whereas for me, having that kind of frozen, those frozen veggies has meant that it's like it was pretty easy to get back on plan. And I think because I had gone so wild in terms of what I'd eaten and drunk when I was away, I was kind of looking forward to coming back and getting on it, to be honest. I was missing having my own kitchen. I was missing being able to kind of cook what I wanted. And as lovely as it is staying in other people's houses and in hotels and things like that, sometimes you just want to be in your own house. And I had a great time, but I was grateful to be back and be at home and be back in my own kitchen. So I went to group on Tuesday and put on 10.5 pounds. So that is that. So I, as I said, I have got straight back on plan. So I'm kind of probably about 3/4 through my week now. I'm trying to record what I eat in a day video as many days as I can, because it keeps me accountable, because I want to show you proper Slimming World days, not days where I'm being naughty. And even though I've eaten out most lunchtimes this week, I have made the best choice that I can. So I've had quite a lot of jacket potatoes and beans, even though my friends are eating like cake and things next to me. And I think that's the beauty of Slimming World, isn't it? That there are so many great foods that you can eat, that wherever you are, there will always be a kind of Slimming World friendly you know, a thing that you can have on the menu. You can make good choices. I went out for brekkie this morning and met some friends, and I had they initially there wasn't a kind of Slimming World friendly option on the menu, but I just got them to do me some brown toast, some poached eggs, some roasted tomato and some baked beans, and that was brilliant. Like, I could stay on plan and you know, still enjoy breakfast out, so that was great. So moving forward, obviously today's Saturday, I've got like 4 more days till I weigh. I really want to have a good loss on Tuesday, but I'm just putting my faith in the plan. I'm doing Slimming World you know, every day, and yeah, it's just staying on plan. I do find this time of year really hard. I find the cold difficult. I find having lots of chocolate and everything in the shops really difficult. But I'm just going to take one day at a time, and my strategy is to kind of fill up as much as I can on Slimming World friendly meals, hopefully meaning then that I'm not too hungry. And then when I do go into a shop and all the chocolate and cakes and biscuits and mince pies and everything are there, I'm not as tempted as if I go in hungry. So I'm just trying to have, you know, decent sized meals, have lots of speed food. I need to get better at drinking water. That's a bit of a kind of focus point for me for the next few days. But yeah, I'm trying to switch up my healthy bee. So I've had oats some days. I've had all bran some days. So I'm just trying to kind of mix it up a little bit. I am trying to eat yeah, kind of baked beans and chickpeas and things like that, and make sure I'm having lots of fruit and veg, and just hoping I get a good result on Tuesday when I weigh in. But that's my wrap up. That's how I've spoken for 7 minutes already. I'm such a rambler. But anyway, I'm really sorry that it's taken me like days to film this. I just was looking absolutely knackered and didn't think you'd probably want to see it. And I'd come home from work and just be so tired that I'd want to go to bed. So this is me. I'm back on plan. And yeah, I did obviously have a big gain, but hopefully my plan is so I think I've got 2 more weigh-ins till my birthday week, and I'd really like to get that 10.5 pounds off. So I'm just going to work really hard. I want to get back to my 2.5 stone award. So that's my plan. Anyway, let me know how you're getting on. It's obviously weeks since I've done this, so I'd love to know how your plan's going, how you're getting on, whether you're doing Slimming World or not. I'd love to know how your weeks are going, what are you enjoying, what kind of foods are you having at the moment, and what's your kind of strategy to sort of stay on plan over these kind of trickier weeks ahead. Oh, and one last thing. I've decided to do Vlogmas, so I will be doing a video every day in December, and yeah, so hopefully I can produce some good videos over that time, but I think it'd be a good idea because it is one of my times when I'm likely to go off plan. Last year I put on a lot of weight over Christmas, so I'm hoping by doing Vlogmas it will keep me on track, because I joined Slimming World 1st of January this year, so I'd really like to kind of by the end of the year have achieved kind of what I want. I won't be at target, but I'd like to you know, be able to look back and say I've really achieved this year. So anyway, I'm still talking. I'll stop talking now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Take care. Bye.